All right, so I tweeted about this morning. Richard Spencer tweeted out an article written by Greg Conti, who's another member of NPI, about the Groypers, about the Groypening. And I'm kind of flabbergasted. I know that Richard doesn't like Nick Fuentes, but I mean, you can't let that personal gripe get in the way. And I'm not saying that's what this is, but I'm looking for explanations as to what the fuck is going on here. Why, I've never been a fan of Richard Spencer, ever. Not from the beginning. I never liked his attitude. I never liked his demeanor. I thought he always seemed like he was a little bit full of himself. And everything I've seen of the man has frankly solidified that opinion. But this is what he tweeted out in an article. Only through heroism and sacrifice can we take our nations back. So this is written in Russia Insider. And I wouldn't recommend reading the article. You can if you want. I wouldn't bother. Frankly, it's garbage. I think it's trash. There's not really many facts here. It's mostly philosophy. It's like, well, we can only get good things if we sacrifice. And, you have good haircuts and you got good optics, but you need more than that. You need to sacrifice. And it makes me think, like, what did we get out of your sacrifice? What did we get out of MPI? Does anybody outside of the movement ever listen to MPI? Does anyone even know what MPI is outside of the alt-right and maybe, Antifa circles? No. And look, there are people in the alt-right that have done some really good work. There are people doing really good work right now, but they're not bringing the credibility and the treacherousness of these alt-right or establishment conservative types into the forefront the way this whole Groypening thing has. And, Ryan Dawson's pointed out it's not just Fuentes. It's, he said that there are BDS guys that were asking questions. Ryan Dawson said that he even recognized some of the people that were asking some of these questions. So, it's a lot of different things. It's different people, different movements, seeing the same thing, noticing the same treachery, and calling it out. And good for them. Why should they have to sacrifice? I mean, the sacrifice is that you are on camera, your face is on camera, potentially people might know your name, and you're asking questions that people are going to then slander you for. That's the sacrifice. But they're doing everything right. Why are you counter-signaling them? Why are you attacking them? They're doing more. They've done more in the last, week or two than Richard Spencer's done in the last 2 years. As far as bringing this stuff into the light and exposing these people. What are you doing? Why are you attacking this guy? It's fucking stupid. And people have been speculating for a long time that, Richard Spencer's a Fed. When you look at his Google trending, the analysis of his name, suddenly he just appears out of nowhere. And you really don't see the same uptick in people like, Mike or Eric from TRS. You don't see that from other people. I'm just not saying their names because I don't want to trigger the Google flag thing. But it's fucking crazy. Why are you doing this? If you're not trying to intentionally sabotage the movement, why are you counter-signaling these guys? I'd really like to know, because this article is trash. This article does not have anything. A real hero. We need a real hero. Like Ben Daly. I don't even know who Ben Daly is, to be honest with you. What the fuck? He's one of the guys that was sentenced at Charlottesville. Okay, well, who gives a fuck? Like, again, you're holding up criminals as heroes. That's not good optics. That doesn't look good to people, even if you're right. You know how many people think that James Fields was like an evil Nazi who went there with the intent to kill people? Holding him up to people that think that just solidifies their opinion of you. You have to, you know what I mean? Like, these guys are horrible tacticians. What the fuck are you doing? And people have been saying since before Charlottesville that the retard rallies were a bad idea. And, you can have that debate. You can say we have to have an in real life presence. But, as someone whose ego has caused such detriment to the rest of us, I think, Richard, you're not really in a position to criticize, are you? But that's just my opinion. Thanks for listening.